In question 29, we're told I want to decorate one of the rooms in my house by painting the 4 walls. The room is rectangular, measuring 5 metres by 4 metres. Let's quickly sketch that out. And it's 2.5 metres high. So let's just put that there to remind us. There is a door on one of the narrower walls, measuring 1 metre by 2 metres high. There is also a window on the opposite wall to the door, measuring 2 metres wide by 1.5 metres high. Sorry, that should be 2 metres. So, bearing that in mind, I do not intend to paint over the door or window, thankfully. So, we want to use 2 different colours, one colour on the 2 narrow walls and one colour on the opposing wider walls. Each colour of paint is available from a high quality manufacturer for £15 per tin, so HQ would be £15 a tin, and all from a budget manufacturer, BM, for £11 a tin. To get a good finish, I need to put 2 coats on the paint if I'm using a high quality paint, so that would have to be times 2, or if I'm using a budget paint, 3 coats, so that would be times 3. Tinted paint will cover a 15 square metre area in a single coat, whichever manufacturer I use. So that would be 15m squared per tin, and the same applies here. We're told that you do not have to use the same quality paint for the 2 different colours on the 2 different walls. We're asked, how much do I need to spend on paint in order to achieve a good finish on all 4 walls without having to buy any more paint than I have to? Let's start with the larger walls, because those will be easier to handle. So the larger walls are 5 metres by 2.5 metres, 5 times 2.5, which we know to be 12.5 metres squared. But on the 2 walls that gives us 25 metres squared. Now the tricky thing about coats and multiple coats and that sort of thing can be pretty easily resolved if we just bear in mind surface area as opposed to number of coats. So for this surface area, from the high quality manufacturer, we need double the surface area. So we need 50 metres squared to be painted because we need 2 coats over 25. Equally, we need 75 metres squared to be covered by the budget manufacturer. So I'll just write that down. So for HQ, in the case of the larger wall, we'd need 50 metres squared, whereas in the budget manufacturer we need 75. Each tin of paint covers 15 metres squared. As you might notice, 50 is not a multiple of 15, so you'd have to buy an extra tin of paint, so that would be 15 times 4, or £60, to cover 60 metres squared, which is a bit extra. You can compare that £60 to if you were to multiply 15 by 6, which would be, 15 by 5, which would be £55, which is cheaper than 60. So for the larger wall, we can pay £55. For the narrower wall, we can see that we have a 4 metre by 2.5 metre situation again, although 4 times 2.5, which we know to be 10 metres squared, multiplied by 2, that would be 20 metres squared. But the story doesn't end there, we also have the window and the door. So the window is 2 metres wide by 1.5 metres high, I believe. Yes, that's correct. So 2 times 1.5 is 3, so 20 minus 3, and also minus 1 metre times 2 metres, which is 2, which gives us a total of 15 metres squared, the exact amount that each tin of paint covers. So in this case, we can use whichever one is more appropriate. In the case of the high quality manufacturer, we could get, hold on, I'll just erase this from the previous part. I'll just write here that we need 30 metres squared to be covered, obviously double this with the 2 coats, and 45 metres squared for the 3 coats from the budget manufacturer. So we'll have £30 worth of high quality paint, 2 tins, that will cost us £30. Alternatively, we can get 3 tins of the budget manufacturer, which will cost us £33. Now that's £3 more than it would cost to get the high quality paint. So we can say that in the case of the narrow walls, we can purchase it for £30. 55 plus 30 is £85, And that tells us our answer to be A.